Alright? You will find that it's very hard to get into an argument when you are calm. Right? When you take a step back, give yourself 1 to 2 seconds just to observe what the person is saying. When you're calm, emotionally you're stable, it's very hard to get into an argument. Okay? Now, it's very different when you pretend to be calm but you're boiling inside. Okay, this is quite different. Alright? If you find yourself boiling inside, again, take deep breaths, calm yourself, and observe the person. Look at the person with fresh eyes. When you look at a person with fresh eyes, you no longer allow all these things, all the past patterns that you're familiar with, to influence how you are perceiving a person. Immediately, you will know how to communicate in a calm manner. Does that make sense? Okay, think about the times when you have had an argument with your partner. Alright? The times when you had an argument with your partner is when you think your partner is saying this, or you think your partner is saying that, and you take everything that has been done and said personally. You take it as an attack. So when someone is attacking you, you want to attack back. Okay, there's a high tendency for people to do that, to attack back, because it is a defensive mode. Okay, you want to attack back. Now, if you allow, maybe your partner is really angry, okay, for example, and you remain calm, and you observe your partner, and you find that really the anger has nothing to do with you. The anger could just be frustration with work, frustration with, maybe the TV doesn't work, or something something went wrong. It's nothing to do with you. Now, even if your partner is angry with your actions, for example, you did something like you broke his most precious trophy or something like that, okay, and your partner is really angry. If you don't take the anger personally, you find that you can still remain calm. When you're calm, you can then communicate lovingly, you can communicate in a peaceful manner. Because ultimately, your partner is not going to be able to argue with you alone. If you don't participate, he cannot have an argument with you. Right? So, I think, when I do couple counseling, one of the major issues for people when they come for counseling is not listening enough. Or, put in another way, it's more like thinking that the person is saying this, but actually the person is not. The person is saying something else. Okay, the perception. Okay, so the issue is not listening enough and not listening to what the person is really saying. Okay, we all see the world through lenses, right? We see the world through a lens, and most of the time we see a lens that is very personal. What do I get out of this? Is the kind of lens that we use. We may not consciously know this, but this is what we use. And ultimately, no matter how much you feel that you love your partner, there's a subconscious pattern within you that goes into mode like, so what am I going to get out of this? You are not consciously thinking about this, but this is how you may be operating from. Let me give you an example. let's say your partner would like to go to a party, all right, and your partner say, come join me, but you don't really feel like going out maybe, on that day, and then you start thinking, what do I get out of this if I go? Right, you start thinking, okay, maybe there are some people that I will really enjoy being with, or maybe I will enjoy the food there, or maybe you start thinking, you start having reasons as to what do I get out of this. Okay, so when you're communicating with your partner, a lot of the times, if you notice, let's say when you have casual conversation, all right, your partner asks, "How was your day?" and you go like, "Okay, it was okay. It was Then you share what went on during the day, and this subconscious pattern of what am I getting out of this is that you're yearning for maybe attention. You want some love. You want some exchange. You want something out of the whole communication. Okay? Now, because of this, what do I get out of this is a very common pattern that everybody uses, not just in romantic relationships, but in casual relationships, in business relationships, and so forth. You find that we often get into a mode of just becoming very narrow-minded. Not being able to see from a wider perspective.